Welcome to another mini training here at Inner Compass Coaching. Today we're going to go into resolving deep inner conflicts, parts integration. So this is going to be fun. What I'm going to ask you to do is hang tight, take notes. And again, this is one of our mini trainings. So we go much deeper inside of the actual academy and on one-on-one coaching. If you want to know more about that, becoming certified, working with us, building a full-time income in that, then jump over to lifecoachlifestyle.com. But for today, let's jump in, let's have some fun, and let's discover what's possible in your coaching career. So today we're going to look at some of the basics. We're going to kind of go back into integrating conflict and desires like success versus safety we talked about in week 12. But then we're going to go into advanced part integration, how to resolve multi-layered conflicts and bring clients into harmony. Here's the key. When parts fight, different parts of their consciousness fight, then energy is trapped. When parts unite, energy is freed. So let's talk about this. Parts, we'll call it parts, they're formed when the unconscious mind tries to meet important needs in different, sometimes conflicting ways. For example, one part of you wants to grow a business, invest, grow, learn, but the other part wants to protect family time. See, both have positive intent, and outdated strategies could cause conflict. My job and your job as a coach is to help the clients uncover the intent behind each part and create a new aligned way forward. So there's a couple of ways of doing this. Number one, now this is more what we call a visual squash. Now this is probably going to be like 10 steps above where a lot of you watching this are if you haven't gone through some neuro-linguistic programming training or you haven't worked with us in Inner Compass. But let me just talk about it. It is placing a conflict in each hand. Okay. So if I'm talking this, it sounds like you want to build a business, you want to invest, and all of these things are really important. And I'm literally going to, as you can see here, I'm literally going to have my hand up. Like, these things are important to you, right? These things are important to you, yes? And I'm going to have it like visual. And when I'm holding my hand out, I'm literally going to say, start a business, do this, invest, whatever, right? The other part of you wants family time. You want to preserve your family time. Does that make sense? And you're going to get a yes into that, right? And you're going to bring the intent. Okay, so dialogue. Talk to me about family time. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Talk to me about building the business and advancing in your career. Cool. Well, how would it feel when you realize that through the right strategies, you can actually have both? And you're literally squashing them, you're pushing them together. How does that feel as you look ahead now? Now, there's also parts negotiation, especially useful when two parts are in conflict, like two or more. Let's say that's actually more than. One part of the body one part of their mindset wants growth, another part wants rest. And there's another part over here that wants recognition. Okay. So you want to create a round table dialogue where each part voices their needs. Talk to me about growth. Talk to me about rest. Talk to me about recognition. Okay. And then there's role reversal. This is when the client becomes each part and speaks from its perspective. And then finally, what is this part trying to do for you? This is important. So the part of you that wants growth, what's it doing for you? Is it trying to give you safety, love, peace, freedom? Like chunk up. The rest, safety, love, peace, freedom. The recognition, what's it doing? And then, would you be open, Mr. Client, to finding a strategy that meets both needs simultaneously? Would you be open to that? And let's give you, now I just went really deep again. This is probably a 2-hour lesson and we're trying to cover in 10 minutes. But part of me wants to quit my job, and the other part says I can't risk it. Okay. But the part that wants to quit the job wants fulfillment, growth, adventure. The part that doesn't want to risk it wants security. So how can you grow, integrate? How can you grow while still feeling safe? For instance, when I started my coaching program 15 years ago, it was really interesting because I was working a corporate job. That gave me the security. Okay, but I wanted fulfillment. So I did both for many years until I built up the business where I could go full-time doing coaching. So, hey, could you plan a side business and maintain a stable income? So what you want to do is you want to write out a personal conflict. Let each part speak for 1 page. Then write a new dialogue where they negotiate a solution. Practice the visual squash. I want safety. I want freedom. I want the security, but I want to build a business. And just literally help them. Just bring this two together. And how does that feel? Then you can expand it. If they want fun, responsibility, ambition, whatever it is. Ask your client to physically step into each part's role and express its message. And when they do, notice how the physiology changes. Because when clients realize their so-called sabotaging parts are really allies with just outdated strategies, they stop fighting themselves. They start living in wholeness. Now, again, this lesson is hard to explain in 10 minutes, but that's what mini trainings are for, to give you the insight of what's possible. Now, next week, we're going to go deeper in submodalities, how to rewire memories, beliefs, and habits at the sensory level. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be powerful. So I will see you then. Again, go to lifecoachlifestyle.com. God bless.